what would make this unique, in a way that we oftentimes don't have time to do in films, connected for the first time.
The emotional depth of these characters, and explosions and all that stuff.
Not exactly a badass.
What?
Embedded in our journey for both characters.
Walker! Help me!
I think she just saw this as two regular guys trying to find their way, and the main thing that stood out to me was, and I thought that was really interesting.
To something that's bigger than you. Kevin and the rest of the Marvel team's mandate, the storytelling is inherently spread out. I feel, and that horizontal break with the characters and their relationships, every iteration of show we did, that maintained and actually got stronger.
No, you can't call me that. Steve knew me longer, and he had a plan.
Both Sam and Bucky in the show explore.
And we merged some of that so that it...
And allow Bucky to process the events of his life in a way that he hasn't had time to.
Challenging for me was the balance between introducing the characters in a new way and yet making you still be aware of where they come from. You know, I always think with these movies, every time I come back, I'm always like thinking, okay, what if a fan sits down and watches Captain America, First Avenger, Winter Soldier, Civil War, The Avengers, now this, like that character evolve in new ways. How does this character now function in the world? What's his life going back to Brooklyn, you know? How is he meeting people? How is he interacting at coffee shops? Is he dating? Is he like thinking about another career?
So this series is now his first chance to deal with that. Whether or not he really is a killer in his DNA, like, am I even cut out?
There's always gonna be a darker side to this character, which I always loved, and is to me what made him more interesting and complex. And you know, like life, I feel like that doesn't go away. It's still there in a way. He's just learning how to deal with it a little bit more.
Bucky is very much trying to come to grips with
Avengers.
The Winter Soldier and Falcon are incredibly watchable as a reluctant team.
Hey, John! How'd you find us this time?
I really wanted to do it like that. You broke my thing.
It's been not just fun, very emotionally charged at times. And then as, you know, Sebastian and Anthony get a hold of the material, they embrace it. And
I gotta say, this is a very bad boys too.
Two-handed don't mean just these two characters. There's a spirit and an energy that comes from a two-hander.
With Anthony, I mean, like, there are definitely days where I feel like he's gonna kill me. Not physically, just like his presence, you know.
We have to get it with the light.
All right, just want to make sure
It establishes the location. This is his first movie.
Two of them are so good and going on a path of discovery.
Make sure you're recording. Quiet!
And Daniel Bruhl the same. Oh my gosh, the three of them together are at times so hilarious. I have to kind of pull them all back and...
Meaty scenes and time to spend with Zemo.
He found a whole different side of Zemo that
edge to him that neither Sam Wilson nor Bucky Barnes has, and we felt that was important so that John Walker stood apart from these two characters. And to some degree, John Walker is coming in.
Anytime I get to play, I would have to work. I'm always excited. You know what's happening, and like
that the actors have an opportunity to...
It gave us a certain kind of energy, which was...
You know, I will say a credit to it works seamlessly with the stuff that we shot in Atlanta.
Hightown's that way. Not a bad place if you want to visit. But Lowtown's the other way.
Look at with the fixtures, being able to not to light the set, but have...
Sebastian is great to work with because he's sort of newly in the modern world.
These three guys dressing up in a very different way.
We have to do something about this. I'm the only one who looks like a pimp.
It was fun to have these couple of scenes with the full outfit, you know, with that incredible coat.
No! We started dreaming up this sequence.
The upper torso and his face.
New angle, and it's a new vibe and very applicable to the times that we're in.